Hi there, Rob Green here from FSW UK. In this video I want to go through the Appion Megaflow hose range. I want to talk about the individual Megaflow hoses. I want to talk about the hoses that you can buy in the little kit that includes the core removal tools, and I also want to talk in detail about the Speed Kit V and show you what's contained in there. Firstly, to start at the beginning, let's look at an individual 1/2 inch diameter hose. Now, when we say 1/2 inch hoses in relation to vacuum, we mean the internal diameter of these big black hoses that we sell are 1/2 inch internal diameter to give you greater vacuum flow, okay? On the ends of them with Appion, they only do the one hose, and it comes with always with 1/4 on one end and always with 3/8 on the other, okay? They come with these nice little metal hose hangers included when you purchase it. If you could hook it up in the van, or in most cases you would keep them in the rucksack, but handy little feature. They also sell these in 1/4 to 1/4 if you want to tidy up the rest of your hose set, and they're available in a pack of 5, okay? So if you have one hose and one core removal tool, this is a nice little setup for smaller vac pumps that allows you to do more split systems, small package cold rooms, quite a lot really. I've always said it, about 95% of a normal service engineer's day-to-day work, okay? Now, so if you wanted to put a single hose setup, it's as simple as this to do. We're going to use for this example the Navtec 2CFM cordless pump, because we only have one 1/4 port and one 3/8 port, okay? So if, for example, now we use the 3/8 end of this hose, of the Appion Megaflow hose, straight onto the 3/8 port of the vac pump, we would then take this and put this onto the back of the core removal tool. Or if you had a refrigeration system that didn't have Schrader ports and a normal service valve, then you would just put it straight onto the system. These never come with Schrader depressors in them. You have to remove the Schrader core or work on systems that don't have core depressors in them, because the whole reason of high flow is that you'll only get it if you take out the Schrader core and use 1/2 inch internal diameter hoses, okay? So you would attach this to the 1/4 port. You would open the valve on a cylinder, switch on your vacuum, and take it down to, I don't know, 2 torr, 500 microns or 2000 microns. And remembering on the core tools, you've got the little digital vac gauge adapter port with a Schrader core in there, because it's on the live side of the valve, and you'll always have a little Schrader core depressor in this little brass adapter that you can buy, and that allows you to put let me take this off here in a minute, sorry. So if we're using one core removal tool, you would put that straight onto the side port of the core removal tool to get your reading, okay? You wouldn't put it onto the 1/4 port on the vacuum pump, because the vacuum pump will always read much lower than the system, and on big systems it's a significant difference, could be up to 1000 microns, okay? So that's a simple single valve hose setup. Once you've evacuated the system, got it down to what you want, to your target, it's passed the decay test or the rise test, then obviously you shut the valve off, take this little setup off, put your manifold on, and you pressurize it to about 1/2 bar, 7 psi, just a positive pressure, and this will allow you then under positive pressure to remove the micron gauge. With Appion, you can be one step cleverer again. They make these little core control tools, superb little feature, and basically they're a little valve that when you screw it in, it's got a core depressor pushing down. It'll open up the Schrader, and if you want to shut it off, you just open it back up, okay? So if you fit one of these to the side of your Appion core removal tool, and then add the micron gauge adapter, sorry, the digital gauge, vac gauge, then what effectively that allows you to do then, I'll turn him that way for you, okay, is that you can simply isolate it. So you'd have to put that up there. So you want to keep this upright all times. If you leave it drop like this on the system, just a little tip, what will happen is that the oil will start migrating as you take in the pulling the vacuum out, and it'll start blocking up the vacuum gauges, regardless of what make, okay? So with this, once you've held the vacuum in the system and you want to charge it with refrigerant, if you have the core control tools, you simply shut that off and you run no risk whatsoever. Sorry, you back it up. It's opposite to what you think. You back it off, okay? And then you can, that's obviously close the port to the tow gauge, so you're not worried about putting refrigerant in and breaking the tow gauge. Just as a little side note, the AV760 is quite capable of taking 400 psi, okay, in pressure. Most of the others will only go to about 70, and I'm not sure about every one of them, but I know the tester will only go to 70 psi, so you need to do your best to protect it, okay? So that's a single valve, a single Megaflow hose setup on a smaller vac pump. Now, let's remove this off here. What if you have, or you want to put a two hose setup on you? Now, the quickest and simplest and easiest way is to use something that Appion call a Speed-Y. You have a look at that, and you can see it's, on the front of it is printed with the sizes of the fit-in. So we've got a 3/8 female and two 3/8 ports on the top. Now, they'll always have 3/8 ports on the top. It's just this bottom fit-in will alter. They also make a 1/2 inch female to two 3/8 males, okay? And they make even a little 1/4 one. Now this one they tend to use in their recovery machine, in their speed kit for their recovery, okay? But I find this quite handy, particularly on vac pumps that have got a built-in solenoid valve, because bizarrely they only come with a 1/4 port. So you can put that onto the 1/4 port and use your two to put double hoses on this. So it's handy for vacuum as well as recovery. Now, so how do I convert a little 2 CFM pump to take two hoses? Simply by using a 3/8 Speed-Y, attach that to the 3/8 port, okay, and then you would put the one hose onto here, okay, and then you would put another core removal tool on the liquid side. It's a bit tight, this little service cylinder with the valves in here, but we can get it in here. This is trying to replicate a refrigeration plant, because I don't obviously have one in the studio. And then again, whip these little covers off. We want to be going into the other side of the 3/8 port on the Speed-Y, and then we're going to go onto the back of the Schrader core removal tool, and now we can recover through both sides. We open that up, open the two valves up. We can, we can evacuate using a little 2 CFM vac pump, 4 CM vac pump, whatever the size of the vac pump. You still need to adapt it to have two ports if you're working on slightly larger pieces of equipment. So listen, perfect little setup using the Appion Megaflow hoses, which are 1/2 inch internal, but come with 1/4 on one end and 3/8 on the other, okay? Now that's solving it on the on the smaller pumps with limited ports on there. What happens if you have, or most of you have, these larger pumps where they will have 4 ports on the top, little bit like this TES 8 from Appion has multiple ports on there, okay? Well, that makes life a little bit easier, to say the least, because if you want to use multiple hoses on there, you simply, with this one, we've got 2 3/8 ports, 1/2 inch and 1/4. Well, this port actually moves, as you can see, okay? So we're going to go 3/8 to 3/8, okay? Now, if you had another system that you wanted to back out and you had enough length on the pipes, in theory, you could undo the 1/2 inch port, add another Speed-Y, and take another 2 sets of hoses to another plant if they're close together. Okay, so you've got unlimited features. Even with multi-port vacuum pumps, you can still add Speed-Ys on there to increase even more connections for the Megaflow hoses. Okay, now, so that's that one shown. The other thing I want to show you, you can buy them in single hoses. You can buy them in a single hose with either a quarter core removal tool included, or the pink one which denotes the 5/16. Sell quite a lot of these, sell quite a lot of these. Okay, now one of the other items that is a superb bit of kit, let me get this out because I want to show you this in the middle of the camera if I may. Now this is called the Speed Kit V, or Speed Kit vacuum. Okay, got a nice rucksack to carry the bag around with you. You've got a handle on the top as well. You've got some spare storage pockets in here on the front for other tools and other components, and you've got another little pocket on the top for a little carabiner hook there for keeping other bits and pieces in, other tools. Now, if you open up the middle compartment with the Speed Kit V, you get 2 1/2-inch in diameter Megaflow hoses. Again, always quarter and 3/8 on the ends. Okay, and then in these lovely little pockets, you get a 3/8 by 3/8 by 3/8 Speed-Y, and you get a 3/8 by 3/8 by 1/2-inch Speed-Y. So the one is silver for the 3/8, and the black one denotes the 1/2-inch. Okay, you put them back in there. Actually, I'll do that. And then we get, included in the kit, you get 4 core removal tools in there. So you get 2 quarter. So there's 1, 2, the quarter ones being the black ones. Okay, so you get 2 quarter core removal tools, and you get 2 5/16. So you can do your AC and your fridge plant as well. Okay, so superb bit of kit. Buying it in this format isn't cheap, but it's a lot cheaper than buying these individual items separately. Okay, got lots of engineers that love this thing. They buy it and they buy it once and you own it forever. Okay, because with Appion you can buy the spares to repair the core tools, but I've got engineers that have had these core tools for 10 years and they've never changed a rubber. That's the difference with Appion, is the quality of the product is next level. Yeah, brilliant stuff, lads. So I hope you get an idea of the Appion Megaflow hose range and what's available to make it easier for you to considerably speed up your evacuation process. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.